Wonderful. We're here again to another episode of the Comic Genius Show. And this episode is episode 3. It's 3, you guys. It's 3. Why is it 3? Because we actually had 2 before 3. Okay. Some of the slow folks. I'm just saying. He's just helping you out there. So actually, what's going to happen is the winner from the first episode and the second episode and this episode is going to have an opportunity to be the championship winner of the Comic Genius Show Season 3 championship belt. In the finale, who will it be in episode 3? We're going to find out. But before we do that, we're going to take these comedians through all different types of challenges. I mean, we're going to go through stand-up comedy where they have 3 to 5 minutes to be funny, and then we're going to go through just spinning the wheel and whatever the wheel color falls on, that's what they're going to talk about. And then another thing, too, is we're going to do trivia. Trivia, yeah, we're going to test their knowledge and see what comedians they know, what they don't know.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's going to happen right now, so put your hands together. But as you know, I can't do it by myself. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I really can't. I can't. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these wonderful panelists that you see before me here, and we're going to introduce them, starting with Sean Sarvis, BET Comic View 6 times, and also on Showtime at the Apollo. Let's hear it for Sean Sarvis. Not only is she an MC, an RN, a CDN, yes, she's a nurse by day, but at night she's a producer, a film producer, which literally had Country Wade in her first movie, y'all, huh? Wow. And also came number 10 in the 48 Film Festival, which is not an easy feat. She actually became number 10 in the special effects in 48 Hours Film Festival. Producer, filmmaker, Robin Roots. Right next to her, Gordon Douglas, Dry Bar Comedy Special coming soon. He's been 40 years on numerous TV and radio shows, and he has a book. He's an author, you guys. And the name of the book is The Struggles of a Skinny Stud Muffin. Let's hear it for Gordon Douglas. And last but not least, let's hear it for Miss V. She performed for Nickelodeon's Funniest Moms. Inspirations are Jerry Lewis and Carol Burnett. Let's hear it for Miss V. All right. Now we're going to get the stand-up comedy round going right now. And we're going to get it started right now. Are you ready?
Yeah!
I said, are you ready?
Yeah!
Coming to the stage, all the way from Fairfax, Virginia, let's hear for Demi Chang.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good to be here. So Coy introduced me as Demi, but a lot of people like to refer to me as Mulan. And a lot of other people like to get offended on my behalf. And they're like, don't call her that. That's racist. But I don't mind. I think Mulan's pretty cool. I think we have a lot in common, if I do say so myself. For starters, we are both Chinese. You're welcome for green tea lounge. That was us. Mulan and I were both clumsy and awkward. We talked to our pets like they're people. And we both defied our parents, ran away, and joined the military against their wishes, where we got called sir every day. But it's been about 2 years since my transition. Out of the Marine Corps, just to be clear. Sorry. Some of y'all really thought I was gonna say Air Force. No, I did a few years in the Marine Corps. I was in from fall of 2016 to 2021. So it was a bit of a challenging time in our country. There was a lot of injustice. There was a lot of hate. There was Asian hate. But not just Asian hate, but for the Chinese in particular, we did not get a lot of good press. Okay, there was like a minor cold going around. I don't know if you heard. So I started brainstorming. I said, okay, if I get in a racist encounter, how am I going to react? How am I going to protect myself? What am I going to say? And I decided that the best nonviolent tactic I could come up with was to convince them that I'm not Chinese. Because I know real racists won't care. They look at us, they see 50 Shades of Yellow. I get it. But for demonstration purposes, I imagine they come up and they're like, hey, you from Wuhan? You got that Kung flu? Honey, don't be silly. I'm from Vietnam. We don't all look alike. And if they don't like Vietnamese people either, I will just start rolling through the nationalities until we find one they do like. Because to the untrained eye, we kind of do all look alike. But that's how you put the bamboo in bamboozle, okay? So I keep going. I'm like, oh, 안녕하세요. Oh no, Korean people is so different than Chinese people. That one should work because even if you didn't like Squid Games on Netflix, you probably like Korean barbecue, or you probably like K-pop. But if nonviolent tactics do not work, I am a huge proponent of self-defense. And I know it's kind of controversial in this country, but we're all friends here. So I will let you in on a secret. I did go out. Please don't judge me. I went out and got myself a white husband. Yes, not proud of it, but white spouses have some of the best safety features on the market. So some of you may have open carried your own here today, so that is really nice. But the thing that happens a lot is he has what we call the military discount haircut. So he gets thanked for his service all the time, even though he's never been in the military. And he always tries to give me credit, which is very sweet, but I'm like, why are you blowing my cover? Because for those of you who are around the military, you know that once you're in, you then represent your entire branch. So it won't just say comedian Demi Chang streaks through the streets of Landmark or wherever, but or Landover. That's where we are. It would say Marine Corps veteran Demi Chang forgets what town she's in and streaks through the city of Landover, right? So I was like, just take the credit. Don't think of it as stolen valor, which is when you lie about your military service. Think of it as borrowed valor. Like, I borrow your white privilege, you borrow my valor.
Exactly.
So the next time someone thanks him for a service, they're like, thank you so much. I noticed your haircut. And he's like, thank you, but my wife. And I'm like, I don't know, he bring me from Okinawa. Thank you guys, my name's Demi Chang. Woo! Give it up for
Demi Chang! Come on. All right, Demi Chang.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear it for Demi Chang. You're already shuffling your cards there. Gordon, what you got to say, huh?
Well, first time here as a guest, and man, right off the bat. Strong identity, character was driven, punchlines every 20 seconds. I mean, that is club funny, veteran funny. The references that were there, you used local references to the room. The geography, even though you forgot, was doubly funny because you made it funny. And all those things are just a sign of a pro. So I would give you a 5.
A 5! Hey! Robin Roots.
Well, I'll tell you, I was real impressed, just the things you were saying about military and so forth, because it was right on spot. And the things that you were saying were things that I've always thought. So it was really funny. And just your presence and your confidence was just, it is truly what humor is all about, when you're able to share some of your challenges, but turn them into something funny. So
Excellent.
Give you a 5.
A 5! You are clapping so hard, you got a big smile on your face, Miss V.
I actually love her. I love her stage presence. Great stage presence. Great delivery. I love your delivery. I like the fact that you didn't know if you were in Landover or Landmark. So, which means obviously you're very comfortable. I ended up giving you a 4.
A 4, hey. Sean Sarbus, we heard you laughing out loud. What do you got to say, Sean?
First of all, you made your set about you. It's a lot of veterans go on do comedy, and they'll rip the room, but you don't know about them. We found out that you were married. We found out where you were from, and everything. And like I said, your stage presence was awesome. So I gave you a 5.
Oh, 5! Woo! All right. Hey, let's hear it for our next comedian, all the way from Harrisburg, Virginia. Let's hear it for Chris Womack. Chris Womack.
All right. Thank you, Coy. Not lost on me that you messed up the white guy's town and name, but whatever. It's fine. Fun fact about myself, I'm a university professor. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you. Next 4 minutes are going to be a real bargain because people usually spend thousands of dollars to hear me talk. I heard even one kid tell me he went into debt to hear me talk. So it's kind of exciting. Yeah, and as you can tell, I'm getting to be older, an older guy. And I can tell in so many ways, even subtle ways. For example, I'm getting lots of credit for minimal exercise. Man, when I was young, I'd go to the gym every day. Nobody says a word. Now that I'm older, if I walk outside in a pair of shorts, my neighbors are like, "Did you just go for a walk? Good for you." People also phrase that different. When I was young and fit, they were like, "That dude's in shape." Now that I'm old and I exercise, it's like, that guy's managing to stay active. He's managing to stay active. One way that I'm managing to stay active is I'm playing some golf, because I hate myself. And that sport sucks, man. I really can't stand it. I don't know why I keep coming back. I also don't know why, because of my experience with golf, why people always get mad whenever the president plays golf. Doesn't matter who the president is, they always get mad at that. And if you don't like the president, you should wish golf on that dude. Yeah, and it goes way back. I remember George W. Bush, he'd go out golfing. They showed on the news, like, "I can't believe that dude's out there golfing. We got a war in Afghanistan." You know, and then it moved on to Obama. "I can't believe that dude's out there golfing. We got a mortgage crisis and a war in Afghanistan." And then, you know, Trump liked to golf, and people were like, "I can't believe that dude's out there golfing. We got a divided country and a war in Afghanistan." And now we got, you know, Biden. If he goes out golfing, people are like, "I can't believe that dude's out there golfing. And he doesn't know he's out there golfing." At least we don't have a war in Afghanistan. That's the only political joke I do, folks, because I can't stand politics. It's depressing. Shows us how divided we are as a country. Yeah. Matter of fact, I saw, thank you. I saw a article the other day, really depressed me. It said, most Americans now think we're heading towards some type of civil war. Oh, crushed me. And then I thought of an optimistic thought that I want to share with you fine folks here today. We're not having a civil war, folks. This is 21st century America. And we have exactly 0 people tough enough to endure a civil war. I mean, what would that even look like? First shot fired at 8 a.m. By noon, everybody's bored and tired and hungry, and they just go home. Maybe one side takes out the other side's Wi-Fi and they surrender. I mean, have y'all ever seen a documentary about the Civil War? They contain all these letters from the front line, and they're full of hardship and pain and suffering. What would that even look like today? You know, like, "My dearest Margaret, morale of the men is at an all-time low. The boys have even stopped posting dance videos on TikTok. Yesterday, a dispute arose in the mess hall between the vegans and those who subscribe to the ketogenic diet. We have been unable to engage with the enemy because many of our men have developed a peanut allergy. And their men refuse to come out of their safe spaces. Rufus T. Beauregard." Shifting gears for a second, people, I'm confused about something lately. It's rolling around in my head. I don't understand why we use rhyming to instruct drunk people on alcohol use. You ever notice that? You know, we got the beer before liquor rhyme. Beer before liquor, never been sicker. Everybody knows that. I don't think rhyming is the best way to instruct drunks. Right. You know, because they'll just use anything to manipulate the situation. They'll just start rhyming. I'm out of tequila. All we have is left is wine. And, oh, well, tequila before wine, I'll feel fine. Or I've been drinking vodka all day, and now my weird friend showed up. Oh, though, vodka before meth, fresh mini breath. Or, I drove to the bar tonight. I probably shouldn't have the last drink, but you know what? Drink number 5. I'm okay to drive. I'm Chris Womack, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Chris Womack. All right. Chris Womack, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see. Let's start with Sean Sarvis. What do you got?
You know what? The funny thing about it is I've been doing comedy for several years, and I don't get political, right? But your political humor is fantastic. Your stage presence was fantastic. And this lady right here, you need to bring her on the road with you. I don't know if you know her or not. She sleeps with me. She sleeps Just because of her, I want to give you a 5.
Oh! All right. Gordon Douglas, you got a big smile on your face. What do you got to say? Yeah?
Well, I love the originality, identifying your character right off the bat. The college, you identify with the crowd. Everybody knows about debt, college debt, that you speak for a living. That right away you had a bond with the audience. And then you danced on that line. The politics can be so divisive, you can lose half your audience. But you offended everybody. So, one guy doing a Civil War joke.
Right.
And then you even taught you drinking and driving, which again is very sensitive for a lot of people. But to do it and bring humor to it and yet an awareness, it was very well done. And again, I give you a 5.
A 5! Whoa! All right, Miss V, taking notes there. What do you got to say?
Yeah, what I got to say about this.
That's good. She's taking notes. She get extra credit for that.
What I really have to say about this gentleman, I like him. Especially when he wanted to go into detail about that peanut allergy. That allergy is very serious in my family. Trust me when I tell you that.
Oh.
I love your stage presence. Awesome. The punchlines delivered every time. I'm a little sensitive about that college joke, only because I'm still making tuition payments. But all the while, I gave you a 5.
A 5! Whoa! All right, Robin Roots.
Well, I concur with everything that they said. I think the difference is, being a college grad myself, being able to relate to everything that you were saying. And when we present stuff, it's always like an analogy or statistics or just, both sides of the coin. So I really like your stage presence. And, it's just amazing to see a professor doing comedy. So I'm impressed with all of that. So in saying that, and your wife, I kept saying, she got to be related. Because, she was diving in. I don't know if you practiced with her, but she was.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I have to give you a 5.
A 5! Okay. All right. Are you ready for your next comedian? Come on, make some noise. Make some noise. All right, keep it going. Our next comedian, all the way from Washington, D.C., Carl Thomas.
Thank y'all. The mic was a little more difficult than I expected. My name is Carl Thomas. I'm not that one, though. There'll be no emotions up here, okay? And I gotta say that because the first time I got up on the stage, I was maybe 3 minutes in, and someone stood up and said, "He don't look like Carl Thomas. Is that him or not?" And I had to stop and address the audience. Ever since then, I let people know I'm not that one. I am the Carl Thomas with children that take. Oh shucks! I am the Carl Thomas that takes care of his children.
Oh.
Y'all ain't heard about that?
No.
Forget I said it. Y'all got kids? I got kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all got young children? No, or little children. Oh, there's a difference. Yeah, I have young children. Little children are cute. Little children are special. They're fun. They want to be fed. They want to be held. They want to be, put to sleep. Maybe you have to change a diaper, right? young children are dumb. Yeah. Young children want to remind you that you are not young, that you have become, in the 20 years it took from their birth to now, old. And I mean old, old. My children say that I was born in the late 1900s. It hurt my feelings. I was like, wait a minute, the late 1900s, like it was the Civil War, right? They were like, yeah, that was like 10 years before, right? No, damn it. I'm not, I can't say that, can I? Okay, well, no, I'm a father of 3. My oldest daughter is 20. She'll be 21 soon. My middle daughter's 19 and my youngest daughter's 14. And recently, over the pandemic, I lost a little weight. Now, I know that y'all can't tell. The pandemic's over. So we back, all right? We back at our playing weight. But during the pandemic, I started doing all this other stuff that, you know, all of us started, I'm sure, doing yoga and eating organic and getting food delivered to the house because I was always there, right? So I'm eating well and I'm getting thin, and I tell my daughters, you can't mess with me. Even though I'm an old man, like y'all say, born in 1900s, whatever, race me for it, right?
Right.
Now, I don't know why I thought I had gotten faster. Right. I thought I was carrying around less weight so I would get from A to B quicker. Now, my children obviously are getting stronger and bigger and faster every day. They're eating me out of house and home to do so. So I said, listen, we'll race from here to there. I picked the arbitrary point, that tree down there. And my children, you know, obviously there's no one around, right? Because it's the pandemic. We got the park to ourselves. Everyone's 60 feet away. No one can see if I lose or win. So I got my wife out there, my beautiful wife of 20 years. And she says, I'll say, on your mark, get set, go. So we set up. And I say, you know, I'm going to dog y'all. And my wife was born in the 80s like me. So she knows that you got to trick them. You hold that set, right? So she says, on your mark, get set. And they jump, right? They all jump off sides. And when they jump back, that's when she says, go. Now, I know this. We practiced this. We went to high school together. We practiced this along the way. We knew what was coming. So boom, they jump off sides just like they were supposed to because they're young. I ain't young. So they jump off sides and I take off. That's the sound I made when I took off. Well, that lasted about 3 seconds. When my daughter saw me take off, all I felt was my oldest daughter, fast as I don't know what. I said, oh, Lord, I'm either kicking into a gear I ain't kicked into in a long time. So I reached way down, and I pulled it out. I said, put these jets on. Whoosh, and I stuck my head back, and I did that. That was the sound I made. And the next thing I know, I was on my face. I said, Lord, there was a hole in the ground, because I made it. I said, there was a divot I stepped in and I can't run no more. And so, you know, when I got up, I was limping on the wrong leg. My daughter noticed because they got good eyes. I don't have good eyes no more. I couldn't even remember which leg I was supposed to limp on. And that ain't even got nothing to do with my damn on eyes. So, you know, I run and I felt like I might have pulled something. So I said, look, let's go to the hospital. And my wife turned me in. She said, wasn't that the other leg? I said, girl, it's been 20 years. You got me with the set. I thought we was locked in the whole way. Next thing I know, my daughter is saying, what's that on the back of your pants? Now, in the melee, I didn't realize that I might need the diaper this time. It was a difficult moment for me. It let me know that I was older than I should be racing my children. And I swear to everything, I'm not racing anybody again.
All right.
Thank y'all. I'm Carl Thomas.
All right, Carl Thomas. Right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's start with, you're still taking notes there? Okay, you're good? Okay, well, let's start with Miss V. Miss V.
Mr. Carl Thomas, what can I say about you, sir? First of all,
Talk to the microphone.
let me see. Is this on? Ooh, I sound good.
on the radio.
Yeah. That's what I need to be right about now. Anyway, I wanted to say to you, if you could just calm down a little bit on the stage, because your prancing back and forth was taking me in and out of your set. I can tell that you were very, very nervous. I almost thought you were ready to bring your wife in of 20 years on the stage. The way you were making announcements. When you lose yourself on the stage, if I were you, I would just go right into my next step instead of trying to bring the delivery in with something else, because I know we ran over on time, but still, it caused your deliveries to be off. Also, I wanted to say, I wasn't expecting you to, I guess I want to take a point away from you for cursing on the stage. And also, I wanted to say something about, at first I thought you was going to break out singing, Carl Thomas, because I was wide open. I know exactly who he is. But all in all, I wanted to give you a 3.
A 3. All right, all right, all right. Robin Woods.
Well, I know it takes a lot of courage to do comedy, but I think you were heading into a story, and I think you kind of got off point when you cursed. But I think you really did good by coming in here and sharing that story. I wanted to hear the end of it, so I'm glad we had time to hear that. And I just think that you did a great job, because comedy is hard. However, I think just the crowd itself. So keep doing what you're doing and keep working on your craft, and just be still on stage. Just own it, because that moving back and forth, I think, kind of takes you off your concentration sometimes. So just keep at it.
All right. And? All right. Oh, 3. All right, all right, all right. All right, Sean Saunders. You know about DC.
Yeah. Well, may I ask you, how long have you been doing comedy?
Yes.
So I did comedy in college, like a lot. And then I had children, and I put on a suit and went to work. And so I've been doing comedy again for about a year.
By a year?
Yeah.
Okay. So when was the first time you got on stage?
In my life, or?
Yeah, in your life. The first time you hit the stage.
As a comedian?
Yes.
18, 17.
No, what year?
1997.
1997. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because just with everybody, just with the pacing back and forth, you have not established a stage presence. Now, I would tell you that when you were sitting over there, I didn't know what to expect, but your voice is comedic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your voice is very friendly. First, I was like, what's this dude gonna do? But your voice is very, very friendly. You still got some work to do, but I believe in you. I really believe in you, because, like I said, we all had to start from somewhere. Okay, so with that, I'll give you a 3.
All right, a 3. Gordon Douglas.
Yeah, I would agree with Sean. I love the voice, the character voice.
Yeah.
It takes me back to Jackie Vernon and some of the 60s guys. You got the beautiful baby face, but you're playing off that. And that whole character. I like physical comedy, and the physical part of you running and doing it, that's a good thing. But learning how to do that and tying it into serious punchlines every so many seconds. But the framework is there. You got 4 or 5 really big laughs. Now it's just filling in those gaps, and I think you're going to be right on top again.
Right.
So at that point, I'm going to give you a 4.
All right, a 4. All right. Let's hear it one more time for Carl Thomas. All right. Okay. Naughty Mike. When we come back after this messages right now, we're going to play that game, Spin That Wheel, when we return right after this.
Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell to be the first to get the new episodes of the Comic Genius Show. It's not just a game show, it's Comic Genius.
Okay, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Comic Genius Show, episode 3. It's great to see everybody. Look, we've got an exciting, really, really interesting, exciting game right now. It's called Spin That Wheel. And basically what's going to happen is I'm going to call up the comedian, and they're going to spin the wheel, and whatever color it lands on is going to be a word. In that word, whatever that word may be, it's going to be something that they have to make funny or maybe create a story and be funny. Either way, they got to be funny, huh? All right. So without further ado, let's have Demi Chang. All right, Demi Chang, step right here. And I want you to do something for me as everyone applaud. I want you to do this. Spin that wheel. All right. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see. All right. And okay. Green. Okay, let's see what that word is associated with. Green would be kick. The word is kick. All right.
I did just get kicked out of an improv class, so this is. All right. So I don't fit like a ton of Asian stereotypes, but growing up, I did take a lot of classes and things. So I would take like dance, karate, figure skating, like anything you could think of, but I was not very flexible. So that sucked. I would try to do stuff and then I would fail. So I would take like introductory karate, introductory dance, introductory art, and then I would just quit. But recently I was diagnosed with ADHD. So now I have an excuse for that. And also another thing I did as a kid is we thought as little girls it would be fun to kick little boys in the pants. And we didn't realize that that is very inappropriate and it really hurts them. And as an adult, I accidentally did that to my husband once. And then my therapist said that I should read this book called Body Keeps the Count, which basically says that you hold trauma in your body and it can cause like physical reactions. So now I will just use all of my mental health diagnoses as excuses for having a lot of hobbies and being violent by accident. So the body keeps the score.
All right. Sean Cyrus.
You know what? I try to, with this portion of the show, honestly, I've been doing comedy for like about 25 years. And this is a tough thing. This is a very, to have a word on the spot that you did not go over pre, and then you actually doing it, you did the best you can. You did, I mean, it's not going to be smooth. It's not going to be, it's not going to be smooth. But with this, you did awesome. So with this, I'm going to give you, gotta get the cards right. I'm going to give you a 4.
A 4, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess again. Robin Roots, you've done film producing. This is an act. You had to act sometime. Do you have to do it on the spot? What do you got to say?
Yeah, I think you did good once you thought about it. And I know you was trying to reel it back in when you was talking about other diagnoses and stuff like that. But I think all in all, just being able to connect some kicking and different things and being kicked out of improv class, I think that was good. Right? We'll get it. Yeah. But I'm going to give you a 3.
A 3, all right. Gordon Douglas.
I got the brain freeze too. I like to think through and be ready. The spontaneity. Your opening line had it. Getting kicked out. I wanted to go down that road.
Yeah.
And then I thought you're going to kick it, kick back. My mind's going a different. I'm thinking what I would do, but you tried to weave a story in, which again was creative. Yeah. But if we're judging on laughs, I'm going to have to go on a 3.
All right, a 3. Miss V.
What can I say? Let me tell you, all of the judges, the panelists are correct. This is the hardest part of the show to me. Yeah. To be up there and to figure out, to understand and receive your word, and then have to process it. Honestly, don't give me no words on the stage. But I like your delivery and what you were saying because you were trying your hardest to put it together. And I gave you a 4.
All right, a 4. Thank you so much. All right, coming to the stage right now, all the way from D.C., let's hear it for Carl Thomas. Carl Thomas, it's time for you to spin that wheel. All right. Okay, let's see what that word is. That word is Sugar Shack.
What you looking like?
The word is Sugar Shack. Definition, please. Nah, I really don't know what a Sugar Shack is. It sounds pretty freaky though. Yeah, I think that if I were guessing, a Sugar Shack is probably where they put the sugar in and cure it, right? Right? Sure. Okay, yeah, because there's nothing else a Sugar Shack could be, actually. I've searched high and wide for as much as I have in my expense, and I promise there's nothing else a Sugar Shack could be that is clean enough to do on this show. So with that, Sugar Shack me, please.
All right. Gordon Douglas, Gordon, what do you have to say?
Well, yeah, I think right here is your moneymaker. Just looking at your face when you got the word, those 10 seconds without a word, as you were trying to figure out what it was comedy gold. And then being honest and vulnerable. I don't even know what this thing is, but if I did. So you made your own definition and you brought it around. I thought it was well done, and I'm going to give you a 4.
All right. Miss V.
I like him already simply because Sugar Shack was my word. You understand?
Oh.
Together. I like your delivery and everything. You came
A
back with.
5. A 5. Robin Roots.
Well, I think you owned it
Yes.
this time. And that shows just how professional you are to, receive that criticism and then just switch just like that. And when you said definition, please, I think that was priceless. So, I'm going to Sugar Shack.
Wow, a 5. All right.
Man, you got perseverance.
Yes.
You did not allow the first. And I kind of let you kind of had your head down, but you came back with vengeance.
Yes.
Your opening line was priceless. I don't even know what a Sugar Shack is, but at the same time, brother, you are all right. You gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. And for that, I give you a 5.
A 5. All right, coming to the stage. Let's hear it for Chris Womack. Chris Womack, spin that wheel.
Back to green.
And the color is green. All right. And your word is maverick.
My word is maverick, which isn't even approaching what my nickname used to be in college. That's a badass nickname. I got stuck with things like dude or guy. I always wanted a nickname like that, like Maverick. You get assigned a nickname though, and I think you gotta be cool deep down, and I never was. And so, again, I would trade, weird versions of my last name and the skinny guy over there for Maverick any day. And so that's the best I got for Maverick.
All right. Whose word was that, by the way? Okay. Charles Kane. All right. Oh, this guy over there. All right, so let's start with Miss V. Miss V.
Maverick, I didn't know how you were going to put that together. But you stayed with it. I was trying to follow you along. What can I say? In your delivery with Maverick, and you said you were called who? Don?
Dude.
Okay, dude. So I was expecting a little bit more from you because of the first set, but it's okay. It's okay though. I gave you a 4.
A 4. Robin Roots.
Well, I think it was good. I was expecting more, but I know.
So was I.
But I understand. A professor, we process it. Takes a few minutes, and then we just dive in, even if it's good or bad. So in saying that, I had to give you
A 3. A 3. All right, Sean Summers, your arms are folded.
Oh,
Yes.
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You are very organized.
Yes.
You are very, very organized. When you didn't take as much time as the other two when you got the word. You went right into, and then you was like, well, maybe something funny will come out of this or whatever. I love your organization. Like I said, this is tough. This is absolutely tough. I can't even be a judge in this because I don't know how well I will fare in this because this is very, 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 very tough. But in your organization, I loved it. You didn't have no funny with it. But at the same time, your organization in this comedy game will take you a long, long way. So in that regard, I will give you a 4.
All right, a 4. Bringing in the rear, Gordon Douglas.
Yeah, well, the whole Maverick Top Gun thing, you set the bar so high in the beginning, and this didn't quite take off.
The plane didn't.
But the vulnerability, the personality that you have to kind of start to share, it's got the framework of something good. But if I'm judging just on the punchline and the last per minute, I got to go with a 3.
All right, a 3. All right, let's hear it for all our comedians. Well, guess what? We've got one more game to do, and that's called Name That Comic, and we're going to play that right now, but right after this.
Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell to be the first to get the new episodes of the Comic Genius Show. It's not just a game show, it's Comic Genius.
We're here at Comic Genius Show. Come on, make some noise. This is our third and final round, and it's an exciting one. This game is called Name That Comic. Everybody say, Name That Comic.
Name that comic.
And that's what we're going to do right now, huh? All right. You can applaud. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Are you ready? Contestants, are you ready? All right, here's the first question. This stand-up comedian had its own Netflix special. This stand-up comedian also played a white chick, got caught being a menace to South Central while drinking his juice in the hood, was scared in the Scary Movie, and that's Marlon Wayans. That is correct. Carl Thomas gets the point. Our next question. This stand-up comedian had her own TV show named after her. She's a writer, producer, won an Emmy, and a Golden Globe. This controversial comic, and what does that say? That is incorrect. And you lose your turn. This writer, producer won an Emmy and Golden Globe. This controversial comic used to have her show named after her. Now it's called The Connors.
Oh, there you go.
And there, Roseanne. All right, Roseanne it is. Roseanne Barr. That's correct. Demi Chang gets the point. This stand-up comedian is a fan of the New York Yankees. This stand-up comedian is a city slicker of a comic and will bring you the same comic relief by running scared, being a monster from throwing mama from the train. Billy Crystal, that is correct. Chris Womack gets the point. And our final question. This stand-up comic broke through from just simply going on a trip with her girlfriends. And she's included on the New Yorker's Best Film Performances. She attended night school with Kevin Hart. Name that comic. First one, Tiffany Haddish. Who got that one? Did anybody see it? Chris Womack? Chris Womack gets the point. He was the first to put it up. All right. So that concludes our game for the Name That Comic. And when we come back, we're going to tally all the scores, and we're going to see who's going to get to go to the championship finale on season 3 of the Comic Genius Show. Right after this.
Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell to be the first to get the new episodes of the Comic Genius Show. It's not just a game show, it's Comic Genius.
All right. Yeah. Welcome back to the Comic Genius Show. This is it. We are here. We're going to determine right now who's going to go to the championship finale. Are you excited, huh? So let's go ahead and bring all the contestants up right now. Let's Demi Chang, Chris Womack, and Carl Thomas. Let's hear it for all our contestants right now. Did a phenomenal job. And I tell you what, folks, it was so close. I'm talking like 1 point away from being close. But yes, he did his own calculation in his head there. There's always one, right? Speaking of one, there's one that can only go to the championship finale. And the winner is... No, you're not the winner. Okay. And the winner is, that will be moving on to the championship finale, is Chris Womack! All right. Let's hear it for everybody tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Demi Chang. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. Chris Womack, do you have anything you want to say?
Thank you to Tiffany Haddish for putting me over the top.
Don't forget to subscribe to Comic Genius Show on YouTube. We have a whole bunch of episodes. You don't want to miss it. Go back and check it out. Binge watch, whatever you need to do. But it's going to be exciting. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Comic Genius Show. Make sure you go on Facebook and follow us on Comic Genius Show. And that's the time we all have for today. Be sure to come back because we're going to do the championship round. You don't want to miss it. Congratulations, Chris. All right. Thank you, everybody.